Happy Thursday, everybody. This is April 5th, 2018, 5:17 p.m. in the afternoon when I'm recording this. Now, the first 48 minutes of this video is just me trying to draw a circle. That's it. Just trying to draw a circle. I'm just not a good artist. You can't draw a circle. Can't draw circles. I'm just going to say it again. Just can't draw a circle. Here we go. Perfect. No, it's not. Go. Try it again. Perfect. Yay. Actually, that is what I'll stick with. Sort of. Yep. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Damn, circles. I can draw sidewalks, though. Ain't nobody draw me or sidewalk, and I can draw a sidewalk. Yeah. Alright. I'm doing this cartoon on all the sewage in the Trump administration. And I had this idea in my head for a day. And I had the little kid with the ice cream cone and the doggy. They were just rocking in my head for several hours. So I was pretty much intent on them. I still wasn't sure if I should do this cartoon, if it was good enough. So I just kind of stared at my computer screen for several hours, and I started working about 3 a.m. Yeah, so I procrastinated. And I was trying to do the White House, trying to get this background, which I wasn't really liking at all. I knew I needed to raise the text. Talking about the drawing a little bit today, huh? Yeah. And then I do the lettering. Look, oh yeah, I recorded the lettering today. I do that for. I made the video so long. Hope you like it, Emily. Alright, let's do some shout outs while I do the lettering. So that can be boring, so let's do that. Robert Cotino came in yesterday and he said that hell is mentioned in the Bible. But I don't think it's mentioned in the Bible as in you're going to go to hell if you're a bad person and spend eternity there. I don't think it is. I think it's pretty much hell in the same way that we say, oh, hell, or go to hell, or this is hell. Alright. Ariel threatened to take coffee away from me, which is just not cool at all. She said some more stuff too. Let me see what else she said. Yeah, that's good. Here you go. And oh, Ariel just said something that was kind of cool. That Putin's nose looks kind of like a penis, while Trump's mouth kind of looks like the booty. And maybe that there's some sort of underlying message there. Maybe. Kwana said some stuff. Said that we should definitely every day find an adjective for people in the Trump administration. Today, our one word to describe them. One word description for Scott Pruitt. It's all up to you, people. You can go with crook. You can go with shitweasel. That's not. Can shitweasel be one word? I'm going to say if you can put a hyphen in it, we'll go with that. So I'm going to go shitweasel. That's my word today for Scott Pruitt. Alright. Emily came in and she liked the flag. She's very patriotic, though. She's a proud American. I don't know why she liked the flag either. Here's my wiener dog. When I was a little kid, I had a wiener dog. And I lived in Elgin, Illinois. And it was the meanest dog. This dog bit me probably like 40 times when I was a kid. Had him up until I was about 4th grade. And my older brother, it was pretty much his dog. He loved that dog. Loved it. And I was okay with the dog, but it was a really mean dog. But at the same time we had that dog, my mom got me my first beagle. And, you know, I liked beagles before I got a beagle. I was not happy with the background, and I wanted to redraw it all. But then I got the shading in my head of where I wanted to go, so I went ahead and did that. It's really just another way for me to procrastinate actual drawing. Scott Pruitt went on Fox News, probably because that's where Trump administration people go to give interviews because they think it's safe. And Scott Pruitt thought it would be like as safe as a $43,000 secure phone booth, which is why he spent money on our money. And he denied knowing that 2 of his buddies who worked for him, who followed him from Oklahoma, that they had received $84,000 in raises against even the White House's objections. And I'm pretty sure there's career professionals in the White House who objected to that, who declined to approve the raises, but he found a loophole, or somebody there found a loophole to go ahead and give him those raises. And he says that he didn't know anything about it. But the question is, who did give those raises? How about that question? Somebody asked that question, huh? But Fox was actually tough on him. They asked him about the sweetheart rental that he had for $50 a night hear me? Somebody on Facebook loved me. $50 a night, and the thing is, he didn't have to pay whenever he didn't stay there, and his daughter got to live in the place for free, and it's this condo a block from the Capitol. And then he said, hey, that's the market value. Go to Airbnb. Go to Craigslist and look at rentals in the area. Yeah, go to Craigslist. Look at rentals in Washington, D.C. I've looked there because I've actually considered moving to Washington. It's right up the road from me. And you don't find anything like $50 a night. Nothing. For over a month, he didn't have any fixed address. It was like he's a vagrant. Or there's plenty of people sleeping on the streets of D.C. and on the sidewalks. I'm pretty sure none of them is the director of the EPA. Every time Pruitt has been using military jets, he's been flying Air Emirates, which is first off a foreign company, but it's also those that luxury airline. Here I go with the background again, where you get to sleep on the plane like your own little cabin with a bed, and there's a bar, and just a lot of snooty pampering with Jennifer Aniston in the commercials. And I like Jennifer Aniston, so that's okay. She's like butter. But Scott Pruitt is not like butter. And he actually looked into purchasing like a brand new jet for him to use. He has like a 30-person security detail that's around the clock. I guess based upon our long history of people trying to kill EPA directors, you know. And actually, I mean, we have had EPA directors piss people off, but I don't remember anybody like threatening to kill them. James Watt back in the 80s canceled a concert on the mall for the Beach Boys, and people were really upset. Even though this was like the 80s version of the Beach Boys that pretty much nobody wanted to listen to, people were still upset. You know, they wanted to hear Help Me Rhonda out on the mall. And then he lost that one, and Reagan actually gave him an award, a joking award with a foot in the mouth award, or no, shoot himself in the foot award. But I remember this when I was a kid. It wasn't even a cartoon or shit, but I remember this stuff. But even though, and Scott Pruitt's been going back to Oklahoma like crazy. He lives in Tulsa. And Tulsa's a fine city. I'm sure it is. I have a client in Tulsa, and I really, really like them because they're running me a lot. And what's the other thing I was going to say? But he's actually been charging us for him to go home again and again. And from what I hear is that whenever you're out of town, like say if you work for a company and you go out of town, they pay for your lodging, and they pay for your meals and stuff like that. Go to a commission. Most companies do that. You got to file an expense report and junk. And I've done that before when I had a job. Scott Pruitt's been doing that when he goes home to Oklahoma. Really. So we've been paying for him to stay in his own freaking house. But the other thing, like when he stays in D.C. and he only pays $50 a night for the nights that he stays there. And inside the very same building where this condo is located, it's rent there can go for $5,000 a month. And the other thing is this condo is owned by a wife of a lobbyist who has business, who represents clients, who has business before the EPA. Trying to get approval for stuff like putting Canadian oil lines across our country. And they've been approving that stuff. Pruitt even went on a trip overseas to advocate for American oil and stuff, which is not what an EPA director does. The EPA director is not a freaking lobbyist. And Trump's defending the guy. He's like, oh no, he's doing an awesome job. People like him. People who hate the environment like him. People with coal stuff like him. He's running back Obama energy stuff, so of course they like him. They're like, oh yeah, he is awesome. He's awesome. No, he just the environment. Have you seen what they've done to the environment in Oklahoma? It's like Texas. And this guy has actually sued the EPA before he was leading the EPA. This guy was not a friend to the EPA. It'd be like making me the chairman of the Republican Party. And then I'd find ways to destroy it. This is what happened with this. Yeah. I can't really think of anything else to bitch about at this point. I probably missed something about Scott Pruitt. But yeah, I can find more stuff to bitch about, trust me. Like this, the entire Trump administration, it is corrupt. And the reason that this is okay, these guys, is because the example is set up top. I mean, Donald Trump is corrupt. He's making money every time he goes to Mar-a-Lago. He charges rent to us. He charges the Secret Service rent for to protect him. Like at Trump Tower, he was charging them space, and he was overcharging them too. He's doing that at other locations. When they go to Mar-a-Lago, they have to follow him on golf carts. He charges them golf cart rentals. We are paying Trump for us to protect him. We pay to protect every president, but we're paying Trump so we can protect him. And you think, he says, look, I'm donating my salary to something or back to the government. But he's bilking the government. He's charging the Secret Service more than his salary. These are corrupt people. And it might be the corruption that takes them down instead of the Russian stuff. Ivanka got a little corruption going on. She got a sweetheart trademark deals with China, which no American company gets. Jared's using the office to solicit loans for his failing properties. While I was drawing this thing, I think about this point I started to watch Big Trouble. This is like this 2001 movie. It's kind of funny. It has Martha Stewart making these little cameos in it. And at one point, she becomes the head on the dog that a person who looked a toad is seeing. And when it's barking, it's going, "Arugula, arugula." And for years, that was an inside joke between me and my little sister. I don't know why, because it was stupid. But before that, I started to watch Fido. I just kind of got tired of watching the same news shows on repeat, which is what happens between midnight and 5 a.m. And if you like Lassie, you should watch Fido. If you like zombie movies, you should watch Fido. Came out like 2005, 2006. It's like a zombie movie that's in the style of Lassie. Like, Timmy's in the well, and you have to send the dog. This one, Timmy's in trouble, so they have to send a zombie to go find help. I did like zombie movies, but now they're starting to get played out about as much as vampire movies. Now, I thought that we'd never see a zombie movie where a zombie falls in love, but we've seen that. I cannot remember the name of that. Warm Bodies, I cannot remember. But it's actually pretty good. I cannot remember the name of that now. I think it was Warm Bodies. And John Malkovich was actually in it, which was weird. And the kid that played the zombie was the kid who was in About a Boy. I know. He grew up and became a zombie. But it's a cute movie. You should go see it if you like romances and if you like zombies. Though the best romance zombie movie was Shaun of the Dead. Here's your cartoon. It's done. Shaun of the Dead was great. It's actually a love story, a breakup story that centers around the zombies come to life. So, alright. Talked about zombies and other stuff today and corruption. Please click the likey thing and subscribe to the channel. Share this with all your friends and all the corrupt people in your life. And please come back tomorrow. You remember what else to tell you, so I'm just going to say bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Whoops.